Brothers, how are you? Welcome to January 10th, 2018. It is the 119th birthday of the greatest fraternity on the planet, Tau Kappa Epsilon. Thank you for joining us. We're actually here at the offices of the Grand Chapter in Indianapolis, Indiana. My name is Alex Baker.
I'm Chris Niles here.
That is actually inaccurate. If you've watched some of the other videos, you've gotten to see those two gentlemen. My name is Donnie Aldrich. I am honored to be the CEO of Tau Kappa Epsilon.
I'm Alex Swenson, and I'm honored to be the Director of Education of Tau Kappa Epsilon.
We want to thank you for joining us on this Facebook Live broadcast. There's a number of issues that we want to talk about, and we want to really share the excitement that we have as we celebrate Founders Day. We celebrate these five guys behind us on the wall here who had a vision of something much bigger than themselves that has now turned into 280,000 members strong. We want to talk about the Life Loyal Teke program. And whenever you talk about a program such as Life Loyal Teke, something where we're asking you to open up your wallet and be gracious to benefit our organization, there's two items we need to talk about. First is need and impact, and then second is how does it benefit me? So first piece, when we talk about the need or impact, we have, when it comes to our educational programs currently, we have $235,000 that we have a shortfall in terms of when we put all of our programs together, we put the costs out there, we ask our members to give dollars in terms of registering for these programs. There's a deficit, and that deficit we keep there for two reasons. One is we believe deeply in the educational programs, and secondly is we want to contain the cost for our members. We understand that folks are challenged in terms of paying that amount of money to come to our programs, and if we continue to raise those fees, it's going to be challenging for them to attend. And so how can we put things in place to offset that deficit? The Life Loyal Teke program comes in and helps to do that. Dollar for dollar, every single dollar you give goes right back. It's a grant that comes from the Teke Educational Foundation, our great partners there. They donate that money right back to the fraternity in terms of an annual grant that goes to those educational programs. It touches on three different areas. First is a regional leadership conference. Second is the TK Leadership Academy. And third is volunteer training, which is something that we're going to be enhancing this spring, having those events in each of the 4 regions. So whether you're a volunteer, whether you're a collegiate student, whether you're an alumnus who's neither a volunteer or a collegiate student, there is some way that this benefits you, because either the offices of the Grand Chapter came and created your chapter, or either they've stopped by and serviced your chapter at some point in the last year, 2 years, or you've attended a regional leadership conference or a province forum or a leadership academy, or someone in your chapter has. There is one way or another, this program benefits you personally, benefits your chapter, and there's a need to continue to, as I say, lower that $235,000 gap. That obviously opens up revenue that we can do a few things. Look at the costs and how we can contain that even further. What are further staff folks that we could put out on the road to benefit chapters and to make sure the current chapters we have are even stronger, giving them leadership skills, giving them training. A lot of items that we can do, a lot of options on the table with that increased revenue. So the last piece that I want to share before I turn it over to Alex to talk about the benefits of the program. How does, Donnie, you shared $235,000. That's a large number. How is giving $18.99 or $50, how is that really going to make a dent into that large gap? Well, here's how. We have 225,000 living alumni out there. If you had a small percentage of that, let's say 25%, let's make 50%, because that's what I like to see. 50% of our members gave at the $50 level, the impact that could make. Those dollars that would come back, go directly to our members, go directly to education, the amount of things that we could do for our volunteers, our collegiate members, it would be phenomenal, and it would really be game-changing for us in terms of the impact that we can make on our members, the value that we deliver to our members, and it would really enhance the excitement that we would have at a staff level, Grand Council level, volunteer level, collegiate level. Obviously, more money, that gives us more options to go out there and be impactful, and with the amazing staff that we have, the amazing volunteers, the energy out with our collegiate members and the good things that they are doing. There's just so many folks that we can go and impact, and a volunteer corps that's fired up and ready to be energized even further, I believe, through education and also through standards and expectations. So with that, if you can, Alex, please talk about the benefits of the program. If directly, that's great, Donnie, it's going to do all those things. How's it going to benefit me directly?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm not just here to be a good-looking prop. I actually do want to share some valuable information with you. So there's 2 levels of Life Loyal Teke. There's the gray level at $18.99 and the cherry level at $50. The gray level, what do you get? You get this, wow. I was looking at the screen and I touched the thing with the thing. This lapel pin here, this shiny Life Loyal Teke lapel pin, Donnie here doesn't have one. I'm going to get him to join the program here later this afternoon. But you get the lapel pin. let everyone know anytime you're wearing a nifty suit jacket that you are indeed a Life Loyal Teke. You get a membership card, you get a membership certificate. You flash that card when you get pulled over. It'll score you some points with the police, I think. Whenever you want to break it out, it's up to you. You get a subscription to the magazine, so that's a huge benefit. The Teke magazine comes out 4 times a year. It's a quarterly publication. And by joining Life Loyal Teke at any level, you get a subscription to that. You also get 5% off on our online store, shoptekeheritage.com. We have all sorts of Teke swag there. Shirts, backpacks, anything you can imagine, tents, probably like baseball bats, I don't know. There's a lot going on there, 5% off there. If you elect to join at the $50 level, the cherry level, which Tom Gordon, thank you for your contribution. He renewed his cherry level this morning at llt.tke.org. You get access to the magazine archives. So all magazines that have ever been printed in the history of our fraternity, for the last 119 years, we have all those digitized and online. You get access to those. You can go back and look at Teke history that very few people have access to as a Cherry Life Loyal Teke member. You get access to the LLT newsletter. So that's a publication that comes out where we just update our Life Loyal Tekes on what's going on in the fraternity, a little insider access from Donnie, from myself, from Alex Baker, all of the folks who are day in and day out working here at the office to make your lives better. We contribute to that newsletter and are looking to get more people subscribed to that. And then we also have a deal with Enterprise Car Rental where you'll get a special access code that'll give you access to Teke member pricing. It's not a specific percentage off. It's a case-by-case basis, but it certainly is better than what you're going to get just on the Enterprise website. We utilize it here at the office when we rent cars, so it's absolutely worth your time. The last piece is webinars. So those were designed to encompass Life Loyal Tekes and give access to a bunch of different professional members from professional backgrounds. I know Donnie's going to talk about that in a second, but those were designed for Life Loyal Tekes. They're currently open to everyone. We want people joining those. We want people looking at those. We want people accessing them and gaining the knowledge in the hope that you will then take that knowledge and apply it to your life. So those are your benefits. But it's more than that as well. I know Alex Baker said this morning it's more than a lapel pin, and that's absolutely true. What you're doing is you're supporting the fraternity. You're giving back to Teke, to the organization. Maybe you already donate to the foundation every month, every week, whatever the case may be. Thank you. We appreciate that. If you're a lifetime Life Loyal Teke member, if you paid the $400 or $500 10 years ago to join the program, you are still a Life Loyal Teke. No one can take that away from you. You still have your lapel pin. You still have your card. All that good stuff. But we're asking you to support the fraternity with a contribution today on Founders Day to help us fund those programs like Donnie talked about, offset those costs. It directly benefits our members. It's money that we don't have to pass on our costs to our alumni to attend alumni training or our undergrads to attend RLCs, and that's where we need you, and we want you to be a part of this program. You get the tangible benefits. There's tons that you can hold in your hand and say, I'm a Life Loyal Teke. But also it's more than that. It's giving back to the organization that you love and that you want to help make great. So, Donnie, I know you're going to talk a little bit about the webinars as well.
Thank you. And Alex touched on a really key point. There are a number of folks who have paid $400, $500 to join the program. I know I did that as a 25-year-old on staff making $26,000. I know that is a large commitment that folks have made at that $400, $500 level to be lifetime members, and we cannot share with you how appreciative we are. But the reason why it is vital to continue to give year in and year out is, as I talk about, that funding gap, that is an annual gap. So if we were lucky enough that we were able to cover that gap completely, which would be a phenomenal goal to achieve this year, we obviously would still have that gap next year that would have to be funded by the Life Loyal Teke program and the folks that are watching this webcast and the people who are going to share this out with other folks, and why it's vital that they get involved at this small level to make a large impact. So it's going to be on all of us year after year to continue to give back to this great organization that gives so much to us, to make sure it can live on, to make sure we can grow and develop our members, to make sure we can grow and develop ourselves as leaders. For some of us, that's getting in front and presenting. For others, it's watching strong presenters and picking up different pieces from them. So that's why it's vital year in and year out. And so I'm unbelievably excited that we're talking on this 119th Founders Day. I will tell you, on the 120th, 121st, 181st, I cannot explain how vital it's going to be for us all to continue to be involved and be engaged in this way. So I appreciate the folks that have already gone and done it like Tom Gordon shared, and the folks who are going to take this and share it out with others. I appreciate that. Now, when it comes to the webinars, an important piece about this is the webinars are included in that $18.99 level as well as a $50 level. You additionally can go and watch archived episodes of these webinars. And so here, I just want to give you a taste. Here are some of the folks who have been in those webinars. We've had a small business owner. We've had executive leaders, football coaches, leaders in tourism, an accountant, CFOs, an executive at MGM, collegiate professors, leaders in trade associations, a leader in sales, an architect, a member of the United States Navy, a member of the United States Air Force, and a friar. So we've touched every aspect of human life to this point, and we're excited to continue to enhance those. Frauder Niles does an amazing job. He really takes an immense amount of pride in the production value of those. Ray Franklin is someone who's helped to coach him. He's helped to coach us. We've been lucky in my prior term as being the director of programs, and Alex and I worked together as a team, and then Alex working his way up and now being the director of programs. Ray has taught a lot of us in terms of value, production value, how you carry yourself, how you speak, the background, the lighting, all those different pieces. And Chris has taken that put it into action with those webinars. So the folks that I talk about here, they're going to give you tremendous information, but there's also a way that it's presented to you. It's in an hour format that you really gain a lot of knowledge. It gives you an opportunity. There's a chat function where you can ask questions of some of those folks. And once again, if you can't make it when it is live, you can go back, you can watch the webcast, you can pick up that information. And then if you want to get in contact with that frauder, you want to ask him some questions offline, feel free to call our office. We're happy to give you an email address for that person so that you can reach out to them for additional questions. We get a lot of that, folks who want a little bit of that mentoring or want a little bit of feedback, or, hey, I'm interested in possibly getting in that industry when I graduate, or I'm looking to make a job change, and that might be an industry I want to get in. Can you give me contact with that person? We're happy to do that. That's what the fraternity is all about, and the network that we're lucky to be a part of. So we hope that you take advantage of your membership. We have so many folks who are part of the program, and they don't necessarily attend the webinars. They don't go back and watch them, and I really think that it's an opportunity missed, because these folks are giving of their time and energy, and the production value is very high, that I think you'd be very proud if you tuned into those. So I encourage you to do it. I encourage, if you've not joined Life Loyal Teke, you join. Go back and look at these webinars and find ways they can benefit you. But we want to thank you for paying attention to the two of us. We're really grateful, Frauder Niles and Frauder Baker, who are out there traveling the Teke Triangle today and sharing the messages of the fraternity and sharing a little bit of the history of the fraternity. They got a lot more planned for you today. We have another webcast that we're going to have at 2 o'clock today, so we're going to be back with you again where you can see the offices of the Grand Chapter, and we're going to continue to promote and highlight this great fraternity and the things that all of you are working hard to do for it, and we're proud of what you do to represent it each day. So thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Please go to Life Loyal Teke, join Life Loyal Teke. It is www.tke.org/LLT. Look forward to you joining, and we appreciate your patronage. Thank you, Frauders. Thank you.